Name the 5 tips for student agency.
Okay, so that's a wonderful question, and I will name these 5 student agency tips mainly from the Asia perspective and what I have gained from Finland. So one is very, very important is having the space for their creativity, for their imagination to kind of nurture, to express. Um, these students do not need sage on the stage, but they need an environment where they can express, where they can talk about what they feel is a solution to a real world problem. They need to be challenged, they need to be stimulated, they need to be okay to use AI, give their inputs, but yet have the creativity uh, from their mind to be expressed in an environment which is a school environment because they are having so much of digital use. So one is the space for creativity, to sum it up. Second is the emotional connect, being very comfortable with their own skin when they're coming to the schools, not being judged, being taken care of, not being bullied. And sometimes when they are coming to school, we don't know how their mornings have been, how their nights have been, and what kind of family environment they come in. So that emotional connect or stability or a security in that school or the learning environment is very important. So that would be second one. So the first one is creativity. The second one is the emotional connect, well-being, security. All of that sums up in social emotional kind of environment for them. Uh, Third, most important, which I can also draw from my childhood, is nurturing the lifelong learning because sometimes the school's methodologies, the principles, the disciplines, or the teachers contain that learning, joy of learning. So, nurturing that lifelong learning, the joy of learning, where they are very curious, they want to finish. For example, introducing project based learning, phenomenal based learning, so that they are curious of what they are going to present rather than just opening the textbooks and learning from that. So, nurturing that lifelong learning at an early stage is very, very important. Um, Another thing that comes along with this is ownership of learning. Are they taking the ownership, or the parents are pushing, or teachers are pushing, or just because there is an exam that is driving them to some kind of a rote learning? And I think the most important is the environment. So there is a saying that when you feel that there is a plant that is not growing, you don't fix the plant, you fix the environment. So what kind of environment are we providing to these students, these learners, whether from early years to grade 12, who are coming to our school? Uh, do they have this conducive, healthy, learning, encouraging environment rather than, teachers being judgmental, or there is like undercurrent of they not um, being available to like nurture the student further. I think one thing very important is how is the equity? It is just not the chances, but also how is every learner different? Is the teacher having that time to see how each learner is different? So I think that is also very important. So yeah, these are the main top 5 elements. But what stands out for me, very important, is do they have the room to express their creativity? Do they have the room to nurture their lifelong learning? These would be my top two for this era and in this education model.